the benefit of being business owners, like, or like showing that to people who are also starting, like, just real life.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. When you get to a point where you don't feel like doing your hair anymore, you pay for a mobile braiding service and then they just come and do your hair for you.
That sounds nice.
Cheers. Cheers to that.
Yes, definitely. All right, where is everybody at?
How have you guys been? How's everybody been? It's been a minute since I've got
It
to hang out with
has. It has. We've been good. How about you?
you. Good. Surviving. I'm alive in Buffalo.
I know. I've been seeing all the craziness with the snow and all that. I was like, so I kept going to all y'all's pages, like, okay, they look like they're good. They're posting on Facebook.
Yeah. It's crazy. Today we have sun and I was like, wow, this is the first time I've seen sun in, gosh, it has to have been weeks. Like we have not had sun because it's been awful up here. And it really just feels like doom and gloom lately, but I was like,
Aw,
we have sun today. So that's got to be a good sign. That's
most
got to be a good
definitely.
sign.
It's going to be a good day.
Yeah, that's got to be a good thing. So
Most
sun
definitely.
in Buffalo, where things are
Yay.
turning. We're turning a corner. Yeah.
That's awesome. Good deal.
Yeah. Yep. I got my Bills cup, repping my Bills cup
Awesome.
per usual. Got my Bills swag.
Alyssa, that's the only thing I miss about driving is I used to go up to Buffalo 2 or 3 times a month, and I really liked it up there. But yeah, it's okay. I'll stay with Texas.
Well, I miss Texas. Gwen, I was in Killeen, Texas. So most people
you weren't that far away.
no. So most people in Buffalo
No.
are like, you're not from here because I don't sound like I'm from Buffalo. Like I don't have the real Buffalo accent. Like they are very like they have really long A's, like, and I have more of a softer tone to my voice. And they're like, you're not from here. And I'm like, no, I'm from the South. So I had a Southern like drawl when I was a kid, but then I adopted like a Western New York. So I'm like still South, but have some Western New York tone. So most people, when they find out I'm in New York and they're from here, they're like, wait, where are you from? Like, I don't sound like I'm from Buffalo, but I also don't sound like I'm from Texas. So I'm a breed of my own.
Well, you definitely don't have that twangy
No.
New York accent that just drives me right up a tree.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, but in Texas, if something is 60 miles away, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say it's very it's like there's some words like they're like yeah, like very like there's some things that I say that are very like harsh sounding that are very Western New York, Buffalo. But for the most part, I don't sound like I'm from Buffalo. So are we ready to start? You guys want to get started?
Yeah, we can go ahead and get started. We have a bunch of people watching live. I thought we were gonna have more hop on here, but we have a few coming in and out. So guys, today, I think most of y'all that are on here today, but we do have some new people in the group who may not know who Alyssa is. But Alyssa Dillon is a coach for marketing and everything. So she is coming on today to kind of talk about marketing, and she has some exciting things happening in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, if you want to tell them a little about everything.
Yeah. So, let's start with a question. How many of you are marketing yourself consistently? Let's talk about that. And if you are any kind of questions about marketing that you have, I'm here to take those for you guys today. I'm going to pull up the chat. If you're not in the Zoom room and you want to join the Zoom room, that's what I have open right now. So if you want to jump in the Zoom room, maybe Megan and Sherry can drop that Zoom room right in the Facebook group. You guys can jump over to the Zoom room. It's really intimate in here. We're hanging out in here. I know Facebook's a little bit like a casino, right? There's a lot going on in the Facebook Live. But if you jump over into the Zoom room, this is where the parties happen. Things are popping over here. So I have access to the meeting chat in the Zoom room. I can answer your questions and give you direct feedback, give you direct support on your marketing efforts. So who is right now, let's rate ourselves 1 to 5. Let's do that today, right? Let's start right now. How did you do in marketing yourself in 2022? So it's 2023. We got new year, new me, right? New year, new habits, new year, new efforts. We can start the year fresh. How did you do, right, in 2022 with marketing yourself? How would you evaluate yourself? Let's talk about that. Might as well, right? And this is important because if you all are in the bookkeeping space, right? Most of you bookkeepers in this group would say most of you are in the bookkeeping space right now.
Yep.
And you would say to your clients, right? You would say to your clients, in order to look into the future and make decisions about your business, you would say, we can't make decisions about your business unless we can evaluate your past. Is that correct? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments, right? You would want to see what happened in the past. You need to evaluate the performance of that company. So it's important that you evaluate your performance in order to make decisions about your future, right? And so we need to do that consistently. We have to take radical responsibility and evaluate ourselves. How did we do? Is there room for improvement? I think there always is room for improvement, right? At this point, we have a multi-7-figure company, but we're always looking for ways to improve, right? Every year we look for ways to improve our own marketing efforts, improve the way we're delivering to our clients. How can we get better client results? And you should be doing the same. So we have some zeros, we have off and on. Fourth quarter was great, thanks to the help of the AJD team. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley's part of our program. Ashley's super familiar with us. Awesome to see her over here. So what about the rest of you? Because I know there's more than 3 of you that are hanging out with us right now. I have all mornings.
Alyssa, Lacey posted a comment, and this is something we hear a lot. She said she was not consistent with marketing since she felt like she needed more training first. So I would love to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah. And so this is it. Who else feels that way? Who else feels that way? A little bit maybe of imposter syndrome. You don't put yourself out there because there's still fear, right? What if you market yourself and you get a client, then what? Right? Yeah. I need more training in bookkeeping, right? You don't have the right skill set in order to get the clients. And I can totally respect that, right?
Well, for me, I have a potential and I've met with her, but it's like getting the back office piece set up right now. I've stated to the group that's kind of my weakest area. I'm feeling more confident with the bookkeeping side. However, I do feel I lack some of the skills to help promote that company the way they need to be promoted. I'm likely going to be taking them on soon. And I just want to make sure that I'm doing them justice, basically. And so I guess that to me is my biggest fear. And they're willing to work with me because they're brand new as well. So they hit the ground running, and they know I'm hitting the ground running. So yeah, it's more of that, trying to figure out how to do that back office side and also being consistent
Yeah.
with that client if we're taking on too much and I can't handle it.
Right, right. And so my thoughts and beliefs on that are you're the only person who can make decisions about what you can and can't do, right? No one else can make a decision about that. No one else can make a decision about what you can handle and what you are capable of doing, right? You're the one who can take the temperature of, is this too much for me? Right? You have the ability to measure, am I willing to take this on? Or am I capable of handling this? Right? But the only thing that cures fear is action. Right? The only thing that cures fear is action. By taking action, what we do is we find out what we're capable of. And most of us are capable of much more than we ever even believed that we were capable of. And that's the truth. How many of you have been through more than you ever believed that you could handle? Because on a spectrum of our belief system, right, we believe that we can handle this much, but we are never. How many of you believe in God or believe in a higher power, right? Amy does, right? Yes, you do. Absolutely. Okay, so majority of us have some sort of faith, some sort of belief system that whatever is given to us, right? Whatever type of situation that's given to us is given to us because we can likely handle it. And if we believe in a higher power, if we believe in some sort of faith or belief system that the things that are given to us all for the greater good, right? And if you believe in, say, the Bible, we know that all is for good, right? Everything that is given to us is all for good, right? And even if you believe in a higher power, maybe this is outside of God or outside of the Bible, you believe that everything that happens to you is working for you. So if we believe that, and you keep taking actions to cure your fear, then everything that's handed to you is for you, right? That you will be given nothing that you can't handle. And what if you stepped into that belief system, right? What if you stepped into the belief system that if I keep taking action, that nothing will ever be given to me that I can't handle? That I'll never be given a client I can't handle? That the higher power, that spirit, God, universe would never give me something that I can't handle? That it's all for the greater good. So I can learn, so I can become better, so I could be the person who helps this person that's in front of me because they need me, because I need this. And I wasn't planning to bring you to church today, but the reality is maybe some of you needed to hear this more than you needed a marketing lesson. Right? It starts with a belief system. In 2018, I started telling myself that I would be a millionaire. I didn't necessarily believe at that time that I would be a millionaire. But I slowly started realizing that I absolutely could be a millionaire. And it wasn't until 2022 technically I made my first million by 2021, but by 2022, we did our first 7 figures in cash in a fiscal year. The first time ever. So it took a while, right? 4 years. It's not that long, right? For a business. 4 years. Most businesses go out of business within the first 3 years, right? So to be able to say that I did it in 3, 4, it's pretty good. I didn't go out of business. I did it successfully. But I had to believe that. And I had to take the aligned and inspired action every single day. The reason that you're not taking action towards marketing yourself every single day isn't because you don't know how to market yourself. It's not because you don't know how to get visible. It's due to your fear. It's because of all the what ifs. What if you fail? We're scared of 3 things. Scared of 3 things. You're scared to let yourself down. What if I fail myself? You're afraid to let the other person down, right? What if I fail them? Right? What if the person that I'm supposed to be helping, what if I fail them? What if I think I can do something and I'm wrong? Right? What if you're wrong? What if you disappoint everyone? What if you disappoint yourself? What if you disappoint them because you're wrong? That's really, right? Right? Can you do me a favor? Can you?
Yeah.
My ADHD is kicking into high gear.
Yep, done.
Many noises. So your fears aren't about the work, right? Your fears aren't about doing the actual work. Your fears are about disappointing yourself, disappointing the people, disappointing or having a belief system that you could potentially get the work done. And what if you're wrong? What if you think you're doing it all right and it's actually not right, right? What if it's all wrong? And so in order to combat that, you have to walk yourself down these paths, right? You have to walk yourself down there. You have to take the fear and put it out on a conveyor belt. You have to look at it right in the face. Well, what would happen, right? What would happen if you market yourself and you actually got a client? What if they paid you? What would happen if you joined a program of Alyssa's and you had this great marketing plan and you were marketing yourself and it was going really well? You get a client and you feel a stumble in the road, right? Like, oh, shoot, I don't know exactly how to do this. Oh, wait, I know Megan and Sherry and they can help me, right? Because they have a program to help you. And so they can help you. They'll help you get through, right? They can help you problem solve, whatever it is. And then the next thing is now hopefully the problem's been solved and you're providing great services to the client that you just brought on. What's the worst case scenario we have, right? Let's walk ourselves down the worst case scenario we have right now. What if you bring on a client, Megan and Sherry can't help you? Let's talk about our worst case scenario. I'm going to tell you guys a story. I brought on a client once. Keep in mind, I'm a CFO. I have a bachelor's degree, nearly a bachelor's degree. I'm literally like 3 credits away from a bachelor's degree in accounting. I went to RIT. It's a private school. I have a private education. Cost me a lot of money. I have all my accounting credits, by the way. I'm missing stats 2, which I dropped out of stats 2 when I had a 110 average. I dropped out to take a CFO job. I'm highly educated. Very, very smart, and especially when it comes to accounting and math. I can outwork a lot of CPAs. I've fixed a lot of CPAs work. Anyways, my whole point is I brought on this client. It was e-commerce. I thought I could do everything. This e-commerce client, I decided I'm going to charge them $350 a month. They have no books set up. They had just started this brand. It was a gaming brand, brand new. They're selling on Amazon. They have all of their stock. Everything's there. I know everything about this company. They tell me everything. They walk through. They pay their setup fee. They pay their first month. I get them set up. It is complex as all get out. I get in and I'm like, you know what? The learning curve on this company is so insane. You know what I did? I decided I wasn't cut out for the job. As intelligent as I was, as much as I probably could have found somebody to help me, somebody to mentor me, somebody that was maybe really good at e-com, could have come in and helped me with the job, I decided that it wasn't for me. And guess what I did? I told the client that. I said, listen, I was really hoping to support you guys. What you guys are doing is amazing. I love the brand. I love everything you guys got going on. I really wanted to help you. This is above anything that I want to get into. It's above what I want to learn. I explained that. It's above what I want to learn. I don't want to have to charge you more for my learning curve. This is above and beyond my knowledge base. I know a lot. I just don't know this. And I would have to charge you more for me to figure it out. Could each and every one of you say that? Yes. These are the things I already know. I don't know anything about this. This is above and beyond what I know. I would have to charge you more for me to learn this. I don't want to have to do that. I'm not going to be able to take you on as a client. I'm going to give you your money back and I'm going to give you a recommendation. I found someone else for you that knows e-com. I found 3 other names for you. Here they are. I emailed them the names of, I searched in some Facebook groups. I said, does anyone know e-com? Right? Found 3 other names. I have an e-com client for potentially. I sent them names and recommendation, names and numbers. Here you go. I'm done. I can't do this. That was it. That was my worst case scenario. That was the worst situation I've ever been in. The worst one. Actually, it wasn't the worst. One time I had a guy threaten to sue me. I can tell you guys about that too. You guys want to hear that story? You guys want to hear all of my bad stories to make you feel better about your life?
For perspective, can you share that one? Because I think that that really is a fear, right? I'm gonna get sued.
Yeah.
Like that's the real worst case. Not
Yeah. I would
letting the
love
client
to.
go is awful, but
Yeah, I did. I let him go. And that's why he threatened to sue me. So that was one of my worst case scenarios, right? I could not figure out his stuff. It was so complex. I realized I was not cut out for e-com. I realized it was way above my pay grade. I had done tons of accounting in my life, but this was just, I didn't want to learn econ, right? So guys, your worst case scenario is that you say, hey, sorry, I tried to do this and I just can't do it. I know I found somebody else who, and maybe you don't, like, hey, I tried to find another person, but I can't find anyone else for you. I apologize, right? Take the fall. That's it. Take the fall and say, here's your month back. Keep their money, right? Keep their money in a holding account and say, I'm going to refund you your $250. I'm going to refund you your $350. I looked into this for a couple hours. It already took me so much time and I am losing my ass on this already. Here's your money back. Scenario where a guy threatened to sue me. My dog is barking because I hit my table. This is why I don't work from home, but I have furniture being delivered today. So guy threatened to sue me because I was charging him, I want to say it was around $1,300 a month, and he was asking me to do tons of things. His boundaries were zero. He had no boundaries. He had a situation of theft from his previous accountant. His previous accountant bookkeeper, she was not licensed. She was just a bookkeeper. She was stealing from him. I found this because I was good at what I do. And I was like, hey, I'm pretty sure somebody was stealing from you. And so as I was going through his books, I realized it. I had seen the cash coming out of his account and it wasn't matching to any kind of expenses. And I was like, this girl was stealing. And so I discovered it. I actually turned it into the police. The police weren't really doing anything. They told him that he would have to take it to the FBI. The FBI got involved. It was a wild scenario. Notice how crazy this scenario is. This is very, very crazy. This is an irregular situation. He was above and beyond anything that I was like, this is just getting out of control. I cannot be involved in this. I am not a criminologist. Like, I can't be investigating this whole entire thing. I'm spending so much time on this. I don't have, and he didn't have the money because he had been being stolen from and didn't even realize it. Like, he was, the reason he brought me on is because his bank accounts were being wiped clean and he didn't understand where his money was going from. Like, he was like, I don't understand where all my money is going. I have this bookkeeper. She was supposed to be managing all of my accounts. And now I have no money and I don't know why. And I was like, okay, I'll come in and pretty much look at everything. And he wanted me to work with her and train her because he didn't think anything was being done right. Well, she quit as soon as I got hired. That's what happened. So I worked with him for about 6 months, discovered all of this stuff. His boundaries were terrible. And then I ended up telling him that I needed to let him go. I was like, listen, I have to charge you more in order to continue this job. And so I was going to double his fees. He said no. And then he said, I think it would be best if we part ways right now. And so I was like, right now? And I was like, so you're not going to give me 30 days notice? And he's like, no, I'm done paying you. So he stopped paying me. So he didn't pay me. I didn't finish his books for that next month. So this happened to happen in December. So he didn't have books clean after November. So it was like November. He went to go get his taxes done and his taxes were not, or his books were not completed for him to get his taxes done. His tax accountant contacted me and said the books needed to be completed. I said, no, he didn't finish paying me. That's up to you guys. I wasn't being paid. He then threatened to sue me for not completing the job. I said, oh no, I'll sue you because you didn't complete your terms and conditions of your contract. In your contract, you're supposed to give me 30 days notice. You didn't do that. Here's all of the proof. And I sent him a screenshot. So as long as you have contracts in place, people can't, there's really nothing you can do. You're not going to get sued. over books. As long as you're not giving people financial investing advice, stay away from giving people advice around investing, right? Like in stocks, bonds, things like that. Stay away from financial advice, but overdoing somebody's books and giving them a P&L, you're going to be fine. The best scenario you can have is if that person has a CPA or an accountant, you contact that accountant and ask them how they feel about the shape of that person's books. Be in contact with them and say like, hey, how's everything look? Do you feel like is there anything I can do better? That's the best thing that I ever did, because I built great relationship with all my CPAs that were in touch with my clients. And so I never felt scared or nervous that I didn't have clean books for any of my clients. And keep in mind, I'm not a CPA. I wasn't a tax accountant. So I had only done financials from a managerial accounting standpoint. So I didn't know from a tax standpoint, like, is this good? I don't know, because I've never done taxes, right? I've never did taxes my entire life. I was always on the managerial accountant side. So that was my only scenario. And I quickly had a rebuttal because the dude was totally blowing smoke. He didn't finish paying me. Why would I finish your stuff? Like, that's it. And I was like, actually, you terminated your contract a month early without a 30 days notice. So it's actually up to you. And so I told the accountant that I was like, I'm not finishing his books unless he finishes paying me. So you guys are kind of on your own. Sorry, not helping. Good luck. Cool story. It was wild. I got to work with the FBI though, so that was fun. Craziest situation I'd ever been in.
They called you? The FBI called you?
Oh no, I sat down with the FBI and worked with them through this entire account and showed them all of the theft because it was over state lines. I was with the FBI. Yeah, it was wild. It was a crazy situation.
Hmm.
And I felt very, like this is above my pay grade. Like I was like, this is just what I know. I see, and I highlighted all the areas where all the cash was coming out. It was very easy to spot. Like this was not, it was like, there is cash coming out. It doesn't match any kind of expense. Like she was blatantly taking cash out of the bank account for no reason. And it's like, she didn't have permission to do that. The problem is he gave her POA, power of attorney, over all of his accounts. And so he made big mistakes with this girl. He gave her way too much. So the FBI is like, you gave her way too much power. And they were like, we don't know what to do. Like they really didn't have, he didn't really have a case. So it was a crappy situation, but it was over $200,000 that she stole from him. It's rough. Yeah. It was
He
rough.
didn't notice that money was coming out of his account. Okay.
No, he was like a multi-millionaire. Yeah. He owned like hundreds of properties in our area, in the Niagara Falls area. So we're close to Niagara Falls, and he owns like hotel buildings. And so hotel and apartment buildings. He was part of like big real estate money. He's just an idiot, and he's getting old. He's getting old, and he had a stroke, and he trusted her to manage a lot of the estate. And yeah, she come to find out she had actually been in prison for stealing from another company years ago. We found this out while the FBI and I were like going through everything. He didn't know this.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. It was a good time. So you get to kind of discover all kinds of cool things. See? Thank you, Leslie. Okay, so let's get back into some marketing stuff, but I hope that gives you guys some perspective of like, no matter what's thrown your way, it's literally like when you're marketing yourself, and I got this client through marketing. Every client I ever got, I got through marketing, right? Like, or referral from marketing, right? I've marketed myself, or it was a referral after the fact because of marketing. And so the reality is some of these scenarios were crazy. Oh my gosh, they do not have their shit together. People who have money are just people. This is my favorite thing about you guys. I have to tell you, I have the privilege of hanging out with some very wealthy people. I do. And people are just people. You give these people some shots of tequila and they are just people. I have been in rooms with people that people that are highly esteemed coaches. I have been in rooms with people who are well known in industries, in the internet industries, and you get these people together in a private room with some awesome steaks and a lot of alcohols, and these people are just people. They don't have their shit together. They are all a hot mess. They are just people. We are all just people. I promise you. Like, they're not anything. They're not a big deal. Most of them are a complete fucking disaster. They're all a disaster, right? It is not hard to make a lot of money. It's really not. Most people that make a lot of money are just idiots. They just have the balls to do the thing you're not willing to do. And that's get really visible. That's all it is, right? They're just less scared. And no, it's not that they're less scared. They're scared. They just decide to do it anyways. They're all scared. They're all just like, okay, I'm just going to do it anyways. So be scared, do it anyways, right? That's it. They're just like you and I. I'm just like you. I'm a small town girl. I just got internet a year ago. Literally last August was the first time I ever had internet in my life. I just got a Netflix account for the first time. Like, I live on a lake in the middle of nowhere in the country. Like, I can't express this enough to you guys. It is not hard to make money. You just have to get over being scared. That's it. That's it. Just get over being scared. Decide that you can be scared, and then you do the shit that you have to do, right? You have to carve out the time and be like, I'm scared and I'm going to do it. Okay, let's go, right? Because I was scared, right? I was scared. But I decided that making more money was more important than being scared. So make your reason why you need to make money, make your reason why you need to market yourself bigger than your fear. Make it bigger. Maybe the reason that you haven't got yourself out there is because you're still too comfortable where you are right now. Are you still too comfortable where you are right now? Decide that this place is too uncomfortable. Yes. Do I have an alternative idea to take place of lives? We are actually in the process for boot camp. We're in the process of building slides for you guys. So you can have slides and go through slides. And so your face wouldn't have to be present, but you could go through a slide deck. So we're in the process of building that out. But if you wanted to build those slides yourself, go live through Zoom, but we do recommend video and having some sort of video something. So could you do a slide deck? Yes. Like a PowerPoint, yeah. Yeah, the pitch deck, slide deck. So I'm gonna ask you guys right now, why do you need to make more money? Why did you start this business in the first place? Flexibility. Additional income. Freedom. Income replacement. Okay, for all of you who gave me a response, you didn't give me a response. Why do you need those things? Sarah, why do you need flexibility? Belita, why do you need additional income? Nika, why do you need freedom? Sarah, why do you want to live the life that you want to live? Be present for what? Belita, why do you want to retire? Why do you want to travel? Keep asking yourself why until you get to the real answer. A lot of these answers are very surface level, right? There's something deeper. You have to figure that out. The reason I do what I do, you guys, starts as early as 7. I was 7 years old. And I was sleeping on an air mattress at a friend's house. Because we didn't have a place to live. We were in between apartments. And I remember my mom getting phone calls from bill collectors. I was afraid of my mom also losing our car. My mom was going through a divorce. We did not have a lot of financial stability when I was a kid. I don't want that for my children. I never want my kids to feel financially insecure, to feel unstable, to feel like they don't have control over their lives. I never want to feel that again. It's much bigger than wanting flexibility or independence or wanting to travel. It's not wanting to feel the embarrassment of going to the grocery store and being afraid my card's going to get declined. You have to be real with yourself. Some of you are ignoring your bank account. You're ignoring your real situation. You're not looking at yourself hard enough in the mirror. You're deciding that it's easier to stay where you are right now than to make more money and live the way that you want. Pick your heart. Because I'm telling you right now, it's a lot easier to take care of your kids, to take care of your life, to take care of your health when you have the financial independence to do so. I will take all day long the stress of helping a client figure out something that I've never had to deal with before over the stress of not being able to figure out how to pay my kids' medical bills. All day long. Pick your heart. Becky, I relate to that a lot. When I left my career in finance, I was basically, I had to start my business because I could not create an income for myself. I was like, oh no, I can't be broke. So, we are coming to the top of the hour. This wasn't necessarily a lot of marketing related stuff, but I think it's what you guys needed to hear today. A lot of mindset stuff, right? The tactical, practical, the steps you need to take. Those are also available to you, right? For those of you who don't know, we have the 30-day Moneymaker Bootcamp, and Megan and Sherry have both done the 30-day Moneymaker Bootcamp, and they believe in it wholeheartedly. Otherwise, they wouldn't allow me to be talking about it in their community. And so we do have that. We start January 9th, and we have a link for you guys. Let me see. And so with their 30-day Moneymaker Bootcamp, we actually do have a new guarantee. A guarantee is that we are going to help you get a client worth 10 times your investment. Otherwise, we will work with you until you do. Within that program, we are going to teach you how to increase your audience. So we're going to teach you how to grow your audience. We're going to teach you how to nurture your audience. We're also going to teach you how to engage with that audience and sell to that audience. So it is done with you program. So we're going to do it with you. We give you the content to post every single day. We show you what to post every single day. And we walk with you on exactly what to do every single day. We give you a habit tracker so you can do the tasks that you need to do every single day in order to get those results, in order to get that guarantee. So Megan, do you have your link or do you need me to get it?
Pulled it. Yes, I just pulled it. I'll post it.
Okay.
In the chat.
So I have a question about your boot camp because I've heard great things about it. I can turn on my videos so you can see me. I'm not just this ghost in the background. Yeah, so I was just on the phone with my neurologist. Thankfully, I was muted. But yeah, so right now, starting out, you know, I have kind of that financial pickle. My husband's like, okay, we're not going to put a lot of money into this business right now until you kind of get up and moving and kind of help because I don't want to be taking out loans and this and that to get going. So I'm kind of curious too, like, how does your boot camp operate? Is it kind of like a one-time payment plan? Is it kind of an ease in? Do you have different options available? Because right now it's like there's a lot of investment going into just building and there's nothing coming in to take care of some of that to help offset that
It's
cost right now.
it's a one-time payment of $297. So it's
Okay.
very low ticket. And so it's a one-time payment of $297. And then our guarantee is that you'll get a client 10 times your investment, or we'll work with you until you do. So we're literally saying that you can get a $3,000 client with us, or we'll work with you until you do. And we give you an implementation call. And you do have a coach that's assigned to you. So you have a coach every Monday. You guys have calls with me as well. So those are at 11:30 EST. You have lifetime access to this program as well. So nothing gets taken away from you. You pay $297 one time, nothing ever gets taken away from you. This program was created for people like you, Lacey, that are starting their business. They need to get a win. They need to get a client. It is our intro program for people who need to get their first clients. The reality is we have a higher ticket mastermind, and it isn't for people who are just getting their first few clients, right? That's for people who have clients, people who are already making $5,000 to $8,000 a month in their business. And so we thought, okay, how can we make it super easy for people to come into something of ours? This is the program I wish that was available to me when I first started my business, right?
No, that's helpful. I think I saw your mastermind before and I was like, that's way over my head right now. But the 297 seems at least reachable. I can sub a little bit and kind of, get that income back.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. 297 is basically it's at 297. If you can't do 297, and you're going to be broke at 297, I do not want you to do 290. I don't want you to buy it, because 297 is supposed to be the easiest investment. It's supposed to be like a no-brainer, right? And we do this all without sending any cold messages. You're not going to be spending money on ads. It's really like I said, it's done with you. In as little as 25 minutes a day, you're going to know exactly what to post every single day, how to grow your audience daily. And really, this is about nurturing your ideal clients every single day. You're going to go through your core curriculum, so you guys have the ability to book new clients. And this is the same strategies that our mastermind clients are using. Our mastermind clients in our highest level programs are taking this and they're putting this on steroids with ads and other strategies. But this is the same strategy that we give our highest level clients. And our highest level clients come back and they use bootcamp over and over and over again as a way to build up their income as well. People like Shanita Jones, who has a 7-figure company. She loves bootcamp. She does bootcamp. And she's made $30,000 in cash in the first 4 days of bootcamp. So this is something that is used even by our highest level clients. So,
So is your expectation that your back office and all the bookkeeping side is set up prior to starting this?
no,
Okay.
I am not somebody who even had a back office when I started my company. I think I'm not a big fan of have everything set up. I'm a big fan of start making money, get cash in, and then you start going. Yep, we start January 9th. Our winners will be announced for this round. So this is an opportunity to win money too. So we have a first place winner gets $1,000 cash prize. Second place is 500 and third place is $250. We don't have that on this page, I believe, because we're running ads to our pages, and that would be considered gambling. And so we don't want to get our pages kicked offline. So we don't have that on there, but there is cash prizes as well. It is Mondays at 11:30 EST. And the lives are on Mondays. And you never get kicked out of the program, so it's lifetime. This round of January, nope, it's not a monthly fee. Once you get in, you're in. Now what we do is basically what happens is people who love it, what they'll end up doing is we have a subscription that comes after this. It's called Bootcamp Plus for those people who want to have content. And so that's kind of like, yeah, Gwen, you still have access. We send you stuff still. We send you, oh, if it was last year, you might not, but reach out to me, because then we can get you in Bootcamp Plus. So we can get you back in. It depends on when it was. You get the emails, then you probably are in. Yeah. So if we're still sending you emails to get on the calls and stuff, then you're probably in there. We started doing lifetime access last year. I can check to see if you're in the group.
As I said a while ago to you, Alyssa, of how much it does for you, not just, I mean, I'm doing bookkeeping because that's what I'm wanting to do, but I'm still struggling on clients. So I've gone different directions, trying to make extra money. And the one that I'm actually in, it's called Red Aspen. It's nails, whatever, but it's a very small, only 13,000 ambassadors in the US. So I'm like in the top part of starting this. People every day say, where did you learn marketing like you have? Where, oh my God, how did you learn to do this? Blah, 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 blah. So it works, not just for bookkeeping. It works in just life in general. I mean, it has been, and I didn't even realize it until I got in the middle of it. And all these people are saying, oh my God, where did you learn this? How did you do this? How are you bringing all these people? I mean, you had 250 people in my group in a day. And so I just wanted to say it's not just for bookkeeping, it's for anything in life as far as marketing. The program is amazing.
Yeah, and that's a good point. So our boot camp actually used to be general. It wasn't just for bookkeepers. It wasn't just for bookkeepers, accountants, financial pros. It used to be a general program. We used to sell it actually to people that were in like direct marketing and like multi-level marketing. We sold it to everybody. And so we are totally aware that it can work for everybody. In fact, I use the same system to grow my business. Like the 7 magic post system that we give you in this program, I use. Like, I'm not telling you guys to do something that I don't myself do. It's the same exact strategy I use that is what made us 7 figures last year. It's the same thing. We don't do anything different. So yes, and in fact, I just taught it to a multi 7-figure coach a few days ago. I got on a Zoom with her. She was trying to figure out how to work with her marketing team and do some things. And she's one of my friends, Laura Catella. She actually spoke at my event, the Moneymaker Live event. And Laura was like, how are you and Johanna's my copywriter. She's like, how are you and Johanna working? She wanted to do something similar with her copywriter. And I was like, well, we use the 7 magic post system that I teach. And she's like, can you show me what you guys do? And so I just taught her my system and she just started implementing it last week. And so this is a system that like 7-figure companies are using that I'm teaching them, by the way, because they want to know it. Russell Brunson, he's rewriting a book right now. So ClickFunnels, Russell Brunson. They had me record this system, and they have a recording of me teaching this system. And I don't know what they're going to do with it ultimately, but they wanted to hear the system. And so they have a recording of me for their new book. And I don't know ultimately if it's going to come out. I don't know what's going to happen, but this system is not like, it's not just for bookkeepers. It's not just like this little basic thing. This is ultimately something that's going to help you no matter what you do. If you're going to be marketing anything, it's the best marketing strategy to get yourself on social media. It makes so much sense. It makes it so easy. And we make it even easier because we literally give you the content with the boot camp, right? So it's like, it's just a no-brainer. Gwen, can you reach out to my team at team@alyssadillon.com? Because I'm not seeing you in the group, so it could be it depends on when you joined, but they can help you out. They'll reach out to me if they have questions. If you're getting the emails, you should be good then. It could be that you either left the group or you accidentally got kicked out or something, or maybe I'm just not finding you. All right. Anyone have any other questions about boot camp? Megan and Sherry, are you guys going to do any kind of bonus call also for anyone who joins today?
Yes. So actually we are on tomorrow, we're doing a goals workshop. So anybody that joins, we are throwing that into y'all.
Awesome. Goals workshop. So anyone who joins today, so get in today if you're going to join. Well, up until when's the goals workshop?
11 Central tomorrow.
So by 11 Central tomorrow, you have to join in order to get on the call. Make sure you join. And for those of you who join by tomorrow, 11 Central, you will be able to get on that goals workshop. So awesome stuff. I'm going to let you guys go. I have to go get on another call.
Thank you so much. This was awesome.
Yes, thank you. And if you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you guys need anything, need any support, and I'm sure we'll be hanging out again. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.